All right. Well, good evening, everyone. Good day, night, whatever it is, wherever you are. Happy Wednesday, hump day, hemp day, wind down. For those who wind down on Wednesday, all that good stuff. Welcome to Cannabiziac's monthly hemp happy hour, one of our most fun events of the month, and just a great time for us to connect as friends and family in the loving, 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 dearing, and most satisfying cannabis community. So we're here today, and I want to just kind of check in and see how everybody's doing. Can you guys believe that we are in November? We're just a couple of weeks away from Thanksgiving, which right after that, it's the holidays, and then it's the new year, and where did 2021 go? I don't know. So we're going to get started with some introductions, check-ins. For those who are new to Cannabiziac, thank you for joining us. We are a member-based company, and our goal is to create a global ecosystem where we are educating, connecting, and helping entrepreneurs and business professionals grow in this multi-billion-dollar global cannabis industry. And we do that through events such as this, as well as online courses through some of our educational partnerships, as well as our business incubator program, and so much more. So if you're not a member of Cannabiziac, then you're definitely missing out. And if you are a member, thank you for being a part of our community. And we'll be talking more about other upcoming events and things later on. So I'm Anne Marie Sorrell, president and founder of Cannabiziac, and I'm going to now pitch it over to, I have a lot of favorite people on here tonight, but one of my favorite people, Josh, who, Josh, introduce yourself and tell us what's been going on with you.
Yeah, hi, my name is Josh Butchness. I work with Venture HR. I've been with Cannabiziacs, I think, since June or so. But really, I just came and tell. I mean, it feels like time passes so quickly. I'm excited for Dashida doing the Cannabiziac University, so I'm really excited about that. One of the first conferences I went to was Wanda James, her Amber Center. So they just brought some great perspective, and that was kind of like when I really knew I wanted to continue diving into the cannabis space. So I'm really looking forward to that. I appreciate you bringing always the best people to hang out and to speak with us. And yeah, looking forward to tonight.
Josh, you want to introduce the next person?
Yeah, Rue is. I don't think I know Rue yet, so I'd love to hear about you, man.
Hey, thanks for the introduction, Josh. Yeah, this is the first that I've heard of Cannabiziac. My partner sent me the link to check you guys out, and so figured come say hi. I am with the cannabis community and Bud Buttons printing and promotions. So Bud Buttons focuses on printing and promotions of all sorts, but we try to focus on our love of the plant here. So specifically in the cannabis space. So labels for your packaging, dugouts, hitters, stickers, buttons. Yeah, it started off as just buttons and it got a little out of hand. So enjoying the growth and expansion. And then with the cannabis community, we just have a large network on Facebook and all our other networks, and we just connect people with other like-minded people, such as yourselves.
Where are you guys based out of?
Chicago.
Oh, nice. Cool.
Do you work with companies just in Chicago or other places, Rue?
Other places. One of the people that we work with is in Oregon, and then we have communities in based out of New York, Maryland, Pennsylvania, and I think that's it for right now. That's highly motivated and
Okay, no, that's good stuff. You have a catalog website?
yeah. The website is budbuttonsprinting.com, and then also the cannabiscommunity.org.
Awesome. Well, we'll definitely want to connect with you further. We print some pretty good swag for Cannabiziac members, and it'll be good to see what you offer. Maybe there's some things that we can, order from you in the future.
Most definitely, I would appreciate that. Do you have are those like membership perks that you have where every month they get something?
So we do a welcome kit for all of our members, but we also like for our incubator participants, once they sign up for their course, they also get a welcome kit as well. And so those are some of the perks of becoming a member. You get this nice. Well, I'll let Beth and Josh talk about their swag boxes.
I just had on my my Black Tuna diaries, the mask today, or the gator, whatever you want to call it. And it's funny, you get some looks when you walk down the street with a button down and a cannabis mask on. I guess it's so, even in Denver, it was a little unexpected, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun.
Yeah, but what we do for new members, so like anyone who joins this month will get a copy. Oh, Beth is holding up the coaster. That's one of the items that come in our swag box to our new members.
Awesome. Yeah, we coasters is something that we do. We have a laser engraver, so you get a little bit more intricate with that. So I'm excited to check you guys out a little bit further.
Absolutely. What was I going to say? Oh, I was going to say about the book of the month that we also, for anyone who joins, the month they join, they get a copy of the featured book for the month. So this month, the book is How to Succeed in the Cannabis Industry, and it's the Sheeta Dawson book. So anyone who joins this month will receive a complimentary copy of the book How to Succeed in the Cannabis Industry. It's also one of our required, so to speak, reading on our for our incubator program. So those participants in our incubator program are also, asked to purchase that book. But again, if you join this month, you get that book complimentary. So, but that's how we support. Cannabiziac is all about finding ways to support our different members, as well as those who come and support us, like a Dashita Dawson, who, this isn't her first time coming to be with us. She'll be with us next Wednesday, but she was a Book of the Month author last year when we first started doing the Book of the Month. I believe she was our first Book of the Month author. So this year, for her to come back as a Cannabiziac University lecturer to talk about the industry and how to actually succeed it, as well as feature her book again, it's, this is the rich content that we're bringing to our members every month. Awesome. So, Rue, now you have to call on someone to introduce themselves.
All right. I'd like to hear Beth introduce herself.
Hey there. Beth, the Hemp Huntress from Ploy Advisors, and been a member for several months, and Cannabiziac ambassador. In fact, I brag about Cannabiziac and and work as hard as I can, getting more and more people to find out about us, because my business has thrived because of the connections I've made here, as well as our lawyer and our accountant came from Cannabiziac. It's just a really great trusted network. And we are business advisors for, small startups, people that want to get into the industry or maybe are stuck. And what we've found is, again, why we thrive in this success is we are referring. We looked at when we met, I think it's almost 90% of our referral agents or our network that we work with our clients comes from Cannabiziac. So we support the incubator program. We have one of our own independent contractors and another referral agent we work with. We sponsored them to go to the Cannabiziac incubator program because we believe in it so much. So it's just, if this is your first time or anybody on Facebook Live, this is really a hearty network for support in your business. And I can say that, like I said, as a business advisor, I have, Joan is who I go to if someone needs hiring. Josh is my HR go-to. There's just a lot of support, and Rue, I want to get to know more about what you do. So yeah, and I'm just thrilled to be here. And big thing since I've seen y'all last is we finally got to meet in person. Hoi polloi, we've been a virtual team for several months, almost a year. So it was great to meet in person and set our 2022 goals, and just it was a great time. But I am tired and ready to wind into the week, into the holidays, and just be a baker, a cooker, and eat and get heavy and go to the gym January 2nd. And it is so lovely to see Joan. I'm going to pass it off to Joan so she can talk about her amazing company.
Thanks, Beth, and thanks, everybody. Thank you. Nice seeing you, Anne-Marie. So I'm Joan. I'm Joan. I'm with a company called Hemp Staff. We have two things that we do. We do training. We are a responsible vendor training, trainer in Illinois and several other states that mandate training. And we do 4 types of certifications for dispensary workers, sales individuals, management, and also a new one is now cultivation. And then I work on the recruitment side, and we do recruitment both nationally in all the legal states, as well as internationally. I'm a Brit, that's why I have this accent, born and raised in London. So we have clients in Europe, Jamaica, the Caribbean, Canada, and also South America. And we've been around for 8 years, and we do all types of recruitment from entry level all the way up to CEO and everything in between in the cannabis industry. We're looking for companies that are hiring and also referral partners. We have a very lucrative referral program. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Joan.
What's the call on someone?
Yes. Either Mary or Mary Lou.
Okay, Mary Lou, you're next.
Hi, everyone. My name is Mary Lou Northern, and I am the Director for Special Events for Cannabiziac. I love my family, by the way. I am also the resident mixologist for Cannabiziac as well, so I'm excited to introduce a new drink tonight, and I hope everyone is enjoying their November, which is a great month, by the way.
It's a great month because it's her birthday. Happy birthday, Mary Lou.
Yeah, Mary.
You want to pitch it to Mary, then Mary can pitch it back to you to do our drink of the month?
This person is Cannabiziac everything. Her name is Mary. Pushing it to you, Mary.
I am Mary, not Mary Lou, not my birthday. Thank you, Mary Lou. I'm Mary Rayburn, and I am also a founder of Cannabiziac. I'm the Director of Operations here at Cannabiziac and also working with membership right now. And we want to thank you all for joining us today. Joan, good to see your face today again. As usual, you're looking wonderful. Ruth, thanks for joining us. Josh, you know, you our bud. We always look forward to having you here. Like, that's our boy. Alrighty. And yeah, Ruth, I hope you get to come to our other events and see what all we have to offer. And we hope that you become a member of Cannabisiac, and Bet, you know, one of the first as well. Thank you, Bet. And back to Mary Lou. Mary Lou, are you ready with your drink of the day?
I absolutely am. I am in location today at the bar that I currently am a bar manager at, and it's Studio 404 in Delray Beach. It's not that far from the beach, so we're right on the Ave. Tonight, I'm so excited about this drink because it is National Shot Day, right? And it's also it's happy hour as well for the month. So I guess we're going to celebrate it all at once at Hemp Happy Hour, and we're going to do a shot. But what's going to happen is that I'm going to do more than a shot because I drink more than a shot, but I am going to make a shot, okay? So what I'm going to do tonight is that I'm going to do something a little interesting because I know that we get kind of tired sometimes and we're just wanting some energy. So what I'm going to do an espresso shot, right? I call it Cannabisiac espresso shot. And so we're going to use some espresso. You guys can find any espresso vodka pretty much based out of, in your store, no matter where you are. I'm going to use 3 olives tonight. And what I'm going to do is that I'm going to put in probably about, I'm going to do like an ounce of vodka, espresso vodka. I don't know if some people are awakened by espresso, but I drink a lot of decaf, so this is gonna have me up most of the night, by the way. Then also what I'm going to do is that I'm gonna add half a teaspoon of Kahlua to that. I'm also gonna, of course, because it's Cannabisiac, I'm just adding it in there. I'm gonna also put in some rum chata, maybe about a half an ounce rum chata. And I'm gonna do a little bit of cream. Cream is optional because it is kind of a creamy drink, but cream is optional. So I'm gonna do a little bit of cream. I would say like a half an ounce as well. And then I'm gonna add for me because who I am, I'm gonna add probably like an ounce of Fireball to this drink because I want some whiskey in there as well, along with some vodka. Everything's gonna have me up tonight. And just like what I also tell you, I'm gonna put it in a martini glass because I am kind of bougie like that. But you can use it in the shot glasses like that. You can do different shot glasses because I always want everything to look all cute and stuff. But I'm gonna add a little bit of chocolate, some chocolate beans, if you can see that. Just adding a little bit of chocolate beans in there, just so I can just be more creamy and just more animating, I guess. I'm gonna also add probably some ice to my container. And I'm gonna shake really, really hard. Also, remember, you can add as much as espresso that you wanna add to it. Basically, I'm trying not to be, like I said, I only drink decaf, but I'm just going to go in, I'm just gonna pour. This is basically can be for any shot. You can take a quick little shot with that. You can also put it in a rocks glass. It doesn't even quite matter. But the best thing to do is to drink responsibly. If you want a little pick-me-upper, just go ahead and get you a nice espresso shot. Some people are sensitive. You don't have to do all the cream, but it does make it taste really, really good, especially with the rum chata. So I hope you guys like this espresso drink. I'm sure a lot of people can use it that's on here tonight because they got a lot of work to do, but that's what I have for tonight, guys.
Can you hold it up again? I want to see it again.
Okay.
All right. Oh, that's beautiful.
I got my chocolate beads in there because, extra.
We know you extra, Mary. I watched a video that said, when somebody say that I'm extra, then ask them, why are you so basic?
If you guys become a member of Cannabisiac, definitely be a part of these different events that we have. We have events coming up for the holiday seasons as well. So I hope you guys get an opportunity to join our fun and great events that we do have.
Absolutely. Thank you, Mary Lou.
Welcome.
All right. So with the time we have left, we're going to dive into, we don't have a speaker this month. I think Josh was the one who blessed us last month, giving us some great human resource tips. So if you missed that, make sure you go back and watch it on our YouTube channel as well. So what's got you buzzing right now? What's the hot topic? Oh, I know Beth's ready to go. Beth, what's got you buzzing right now?
I was just gonna say I am buzzing on a hemp cannabis topic this month. I attended a few meetings in Oregon, and the landscape is very interesting right now. I just want to share with people in other states that the cannabis lobby and the hemp lobby are they're fighting each other because it's a CBD state. It's not an industrial hemp state. And I'm also a member of the U.S. Hemp Building Association. So, I look at hemp as a crop, but it's become, Oregon, the state that was, oh, we're so lovely. We're legalizing and we're wonderful. And it is just profit. It's, well, we don't want you to sell Delta 8 because it cuts into our THC sales. And the discussions are like that. It's all about, it's a sad state of affairs. It's a little frustrating. There are people working to try and get everybody together so that we can, pass regulations that aren't at each other. It's like, I don't know. It's just wanted to share. It's really interesting because other states, I'm talking to people that are, looking to grow an industrial hemp, and there's also cannabis farmers, and there's not this clash that I'm seeing in Oregon. So I just kind of wanted to share that if you're in a CBD state, the cannabis lobby and the CBD lobby they're fighting each other for profits right now. It's a little frustrating.
What do you think that does to the advocacy side for passing just general legislation on cannabis?
It makes it extremely rough. Because you have people, we have Courtney Moran here, who's been around a long time. So she's trying to bring everybody together. But the whole discussions that, I've been in for 5-6 years in Oregon about how do we protect patients' rights? How do we make sure that what we're growing is safe? How to, those type of lead topics don't seem to be coming up right now. It's, oh, well, the price of CBD crashed and what saved me was Delta 8. But cannabis is saying, well, we don't want you selling Delta 8 because that cuts into our profits. Now, should we be having a discussion, first of all, of is Delta 8 safe? How is it made? Should it be on it? But and that's what I worry about is it's become a profit business discussion and debate over regulation as, well, we don't let hemp be above this much THC because then that's going to cut into people buying my cannabis rather than what's best for the plant, what's best for the patient, what's best for the market. Yeah, and I worry because Oregon is a leading state. I mean, there's a lot of things that what we do here tend to travel to other states. And so I'm supporting Courtney Moran and trying to bring everybody together and looking at the long picture that this isn't a state issue, this is a federal issue, and that what we do here has to represent federal and that hemp's a lot bigger than just CBD. I mean, my opinion, but I think CBD is the short game and building and materials and apparel is the long game. But it's not quick profits. So, it's definitely not, I talked about, I tried to get a conversation even of, hey, what about in the long run about, transitioning, to don't even want to discuss industrial hemp after the profits they saw from CBD. But it's,
That's interesting considering where we are right now with supply chain issues, especially in the construction industry and all of that.
yeah,
I definitely want to get everybody's take after this on the infrastructure bill and where do we see cannabis fitting into that. I don't know if Rue, if you want to add to, it looked like you had something to say to Beth's point. I don't know.
No, I mean, I'm just, I guess, surprised, not surprised that Oregon's having those issues, but I know the Delta 8's been a hot topic here in Illinois, and just the regulations that they have for hemp aren't the same as for the cannabis dispensaries, and just the overall, why can't we work together here? I mean, not really cutting into your profits. I mean, you're cutting into your profits now because now you're helping the legacy market, which has its place. But everything's just highly over regulated, and it's nickel and diamond and everybody.
No, good point. What do you all's take on, since we're talking about industrial hemp, where does industrial hemp fit within this new $1 trillion infrastructure bill, if at all? Any thoughts?
I'm not familiar with the bill at all.
I think if the standards get passed or accepted, I think if those get accepted so that developers can legally safely build with hempcrete, I think we can get something from the infrastructure bill. But I know that is, I think, if I understand correctly, that's kind of our biggest hurdle with building in the infrastructure bill with hemp is we have to have the ASTM, the safety standards, and we have them, we just have to get them approved. And Europe has them, and other countries have them, we just have to get them approved here. And there is a possibility of that happening, I think, in February. And if that happens, I think we've got a good chance. And I do, if I know it's not infrastructure, but I haven't read anything in there. I'd love to see something with textiles. Since we have Patagonia and Levi, we do have companies stepping up. I think there could be, a resurgence in the Southeast of those textile mills. And I know one or two are retrofitting for hemp. And I'd love to see the infrastructure bill, for jobs move that way. And since that's already approved, but I haven't seen where it's definitively in there. I think it's getting the legislators, and politicians talking about it.
Yeah. And I think to Rue's point, for those who may be listening that may not quite understand how hemp fits into infrastructure. So Beth just mentioned one type of material, which is hempcrete. So instead of using concrete, using hempcrete. So you got to think road. Infrastructure bill is going to be a lot of roads, bridges, water utility projects, rail, a lot of sustainability projects, resiliency. And when we talk about hemp is probably one of the most sustainable and resilient fibers out there. So that's why I wanted to see, just kind of if hemp is even a part of that discussion when we're talking about infrastructure and resiliency.
Yeah, it's hard when we need they're estimating 1 million acres is what we need. 1 million acres just to get going here on the proper supply chain to make that transition. So once it happens, I think it'll be like a snowball going downhill. But man, the gaps in that supply chain are big. So I'd love to see the infrastructure bill touch it. I think it'll take state representatives, which then means us making sure our local representatives know to talk about that. Hey, we could put farmers to work growing the hemp. They could go into the roads, it's like, and into the houses, and yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be pretty good. Switching gears for Joan and Josh, the workforce crisis that we're facing, is the cannabis industry having workforce challenges as other mainstream industries?
Joan, you want to go first on this?
She might be on a call or something. You may have to take a stab at it first, Josh.
All right. So something interesting that I'm noticing is that, and this is a little bit off topic, sorry, but this is what I wanted to speak on. The America Care Act, right? If you're a company over 50 employees, you need to provide health care. For whatever reason, there's a lot of cannabis companies that don't think that this applies to them. They have 50 employees and they haven't considered offering benefits to the employees. Please, if you're listening and you have over 50 employees, please find a way to provide benefits. It's very important. I was very surprised that a lot of companies didn't realize that was something that they needed to abide by. And just going into, the workforce in general, I think you see a lot of growers are hiring people that are, they're not full-time employees. They'll get like 1099s, or they'll get a company where they can bring people in and help with the trimming or whatever it may be. I think that's always something tough, right? They're trying to get people in, but it's generally, not always a W-2 employee that they're hiring for those type of positions. I think you need to offer a little bit more, like even we're seeing with like trades, right? Plumbers, HVAC, things like that. They're having to offer a more well-rounded benefits package right now. So, you can't just offer $1 more than the guy down the street and hope you're going to get 2 of his guys come down and work for you anymore. That's not how it's running. You need to have a culture. You need to have a vision, a mission. People in this time, this great resignation, whatever you want to call it, where people are taking back their power and they want a job that they're happy with. You as an employer need to set an environment. I mean, I have a friend in Michigan, Pure Options, and they're crushing it. I mean, I see them posting all the time. They're doing really, really well. They're taking really good care. Company retreats, just really trying to take care of their employees to the fullest level. I'm super happy for them. And I think, we should see more of that in the industry, people looking to really embrace their employees. These are the people that are selling your product. I mean, when I go into a dispensary, I'm saying, oh, like, yeah, what's good? What are you guys growing right now that's really good? Tell me. I'm not going in with, okay, I'm only going to buy an eighth this time. I'm not going to buy any more. Like, tell me what I need. I'm not going to walk out of here without it. If you tell me it's the gas, I need it. Right. So, please, employers, if you need help or consulting on this, Beth is great. I'm happy to help. Joan is great in this space. There's lots of resources here. So just take it seriously. Understand that you worked really hard to get your license, to build your business. Let's just take care of that and make sure you continue moving forward and run a great business.
No, those are good points. I don't know if Joan is available to say anything. Go ahead, Ruby.
No, I was going to say that those are all, great points. If you treat your employees well, they're going to perform that much better for you, and without you having to mandate it. I know I didn't. I was so happy to get my first dispensary job, and I thought that would change the definition of my job, and it was great at first, but then switching hands and your new company says that they're one thing, but then you take everything off the menu because it's not working, when now you're taking things that we finally found to work for our patients and replacing it with your products. And yes, it is comparable, but like anything else, everybody's different. And even though the numbers are very similar, it's not going to affect the person the same way again. So now you're having my patients start all over. So I definitely didn't last there very, very long. And they're one of the most favorited cultivators, most definitely in the area. So great points, Josh.
That's why we keep Josh around, Rue. No, for real.
You know, I get on those tangents. I just can't stop myself. I just go from one right to the next topic.
No. So we have about 6 more minutes because I want to be mindful of everyone's happy hour time. Any other thing that got anyone buzzing?
Did New Jersey just open up for licensing? Beth, do you know?
I believe so. And then Virginia has licensing, but I'm hearing through the grapevine it's one company that has all the current licenses. So I'm keeping an eye on Virginia to see how this is going to roll out. Yeah, they're a multi-state operator that, but you know, I don't know. It's those early on games when there's a lottery or limited licenses that happen.
Yeah, I know we have that issue in Illinois with limited licenses and licenses that were supposed to be released now 2 years ago still haven't been, released, and it's just a lottery mess. And then I know New York is having issues. One of our reps is in New York, and she's fighting hard for a lot of clarification on things.
Yeah, I am not always the most popular person in the room for being a fan of free market capitalism, but Oregon and Oklahoma, I'll take the up and down dip of dispensaries because it was affordable. So you got to see at least people of diversity have an opportunity when your license is $5,000 and you can apply and you can afford to do it. So, but it has its own, it's not perfect. Oklahoma's sitting at, a little over 2,000 dispensaries now, and half of them will go out of business. But I'd rather see it happen on its own than the government decide who's going to be in business and who's not. So it's hard. It's that watching this process. It's like it's one or the other, and yeah, I'll take the Wild Wild West.
All right. Well, good deal. So I hope to see you all next Wednesday. Please invite a friend or two or three for Cannabiziac University with Dashida Dawson. If you are a member, all of our events are complimentary to you as a member. If you're a non-member, Cannabiziac University and the Book of the Month is just $10 US dollars. And please invite a friend or two, and it's going to be, you're in for a treat. If you've never been in a space with Dashida, she has so much energy and so much knowledge, and she is just absolutely amazing. So you're definitely going to learn a lot from her and her experience, the years that she's been involved in cannabis. So make sure you go ahead and reserve your spot, your virtual spot for Cannabiziac University next week. And of course, next month, it's a short month, so we're only going to have 3 events again. Just so you know, we moved our Cannabiziac Cafe to the first Tuesday. So it won't be the first Monday. We moved it to the first Tuesday, and it's going to be at 10 a.m. instead of 9, because Josh was telling us that we get him up way too early.
And I'm not even on the Pacific time zone like Beth. I mean,
right. Josh was like, I'm barely getting my coffee together, Anne-Marie. Seriously, this is ridiculous. So 10 Eastern time, which would be 7 Pacific time, 8 what was it, Mountain time.
yeah.
Please make sure you join us and mark your calendar with the new day, and that'll be moving forward. So first Tuesdays at 10 a.m. Eastern time for Cannabiziac Cafe. Hemp Happy Hour will stay the same at the second Wednesday, and then our final Cannabiziac University of the Year and Book of the Month will be with Chef Jazz. She'll be talking about culinary and cooking with cannabis. You don't want to miss that, especially for the holidays. If some of y'all want to cook with cannabis, you don't want to miss out on Chef Jazz. And she is releasing her new book this month. So we're going to be one of the first ones to get a first look at her cannabis cookbook. So, and again, anyone who joins in December will receive a complimentary copy of her book. So you want to make sure that you join us for next month for our last 3 events of 2021. They're going to be epic, and we want you to be there with us. So have a happy and safe Thanksgiving. Like Beth, I can't wait to just go and just be on my couch or in my bed for a few days to just kind of decompress and then get back at it for the last 3 weeks of the year before we, close things out and get ready for 2022. So you all have an amazing, amazing evening. And as always, thank you and love you all for all you do within our cannabis community.
Thanks for having me. Have a good one, everybody.
Thank you, you too.